Muddy Waters podcast. It's your boy Shaq Sims, and I'm here right now with a special guest.
What's up? My name is Legendary Queen Lo. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
For sure.
Thank you for coming. Like you my first guest I had post braces.
Okay, lit.
Yeah, so
I would never know. It looks natural braces.
Real?
Yeah, you don't look like awkward or nothing, you know.
This shit is odd. This shit feel awkward.
I used to have braces.
For real, you got really nice teeth, so I can see that.
Yeah, it used to hurt.
It used to hurt?
Yeah, you know, like when they crank them up a little tighter and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that bad though, to me.
But they probably ain't cranked it up yet. That one good old tightening. Once you get that tightening, you be like, oh man.
That shit be hurting like a motherfucker.
Not that bad. You just itchy, but you can feel it though.
For real?
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But y'all that don't know, she's Queen City's finest. Queen City's finest.
You know.
But nah, she's not just an artist. She's an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. You know,
Yeah.
she has a lot of different things going on. She's a mother, and she's just a motivation, not just for women. But she should be a motivation for these niggas too. Get up off your ass.
Nah, real talk, bro.
Facts.
Nah,
So
for sure.
take the people back, man. Tell them where you from originally, like how this all came to be.
Word. Well, you know, I'm born and raised in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Legendary Queen Lo from the Flow, Charlotte. I started off mainly doing motivational speaking stuff, and really, it started off with me being on Snapchat. It was like when Snapchat started really popping off, and I would just like get on there and say like motivational things, I guess, but not with an intent to do anything for real, but just like I would just say what was on my mind, like, you know, today we gotta go up and go get it, and people would be like, yo, you inspire me to get up and go get it, like, so then I started doing YouTube videos behind that, and then I started blogging a little bit more, writing and doing reviews on music artists, and interviewing and doing radio, and just continuing to expand. I do acting and stuff like that as well. But this year in 2020, I told myself I'm not gonna hold myself back from nothing, and that's when I decided to step into the industry as an artist.
Yeah.
Because I was always kind of like nervous to do so, and I told myself I wasn't gonna stop this year. Like I was just gonna be fully me, like all the way.
This is my first interview eating as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to try something different.
Yeah, for sure. We got the chips, we got the salsa.
Got the tacos on the way.
Yeah.
The Gaylord Fokker. That was the name of the tacos that I got, by the way.
Yeah.
So, when you were growing up and stuff like that, you say you grew up in the forest. That's where the baby from.
Charlotte. Yeah, we're from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Why y'all call it the Foes?
Okay, so it's just, okay, first and foremost, if you really from Charlotte, then you know that if you say you're from the Foe, then you're from the south side of Charlotte, because that's where exit 4 is. And people would throw up the 4s like in originality of Charlotte because they was from the south side, exit 4.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, if you're not from Charlotte, then you don't know that. But really it just became like kind of trendy. Honestly, I've been throwing up 4s for a long time. Like the baby been throwing up the 4, like people from the city just throw it up, like 704. And it just kind of stuck, like.
Word.
I've been saying Legendary Queen Lo from the Flow for like years, like, yeah. But originally Exit 4.
Exit 4.
And I'm from the South Side. I'm not from Exit 4, but I am from the South Side, so it kind of fit. But that's not why I say the 4. I say it because Charlotte.
Is it rough on the south side?
Nah, it's not rough. Like growing up, I guess when I was younger, and you could pick sides, I would say the South Side was not the roughest side, but then you could find like that one part of the South Side. Cause like the South Side is kind of the rich side, except for that one part. Go over Tryon, like Exit 4. You know what I'm saying?
I used to live by North Tryon.
No, I'm talking about South Tryon.
South Tryon?
Yeah, Exit 4 is by like South Tryon area. Exit 4 I think is Arrowwood, so.
Niggas broke in our house when we lived up here. Some Asian niggas. The nigga who kicked in our door, you can see his footprint. His footprint was like this big. Like this no cap. I'm not even trying to be funny, bro. He was, but we had Asian neighbors.
He came in with the real kung fu, like kick the door down.
No, I ain't gonna say that. He was like one of them Asian dudes that wanted to be black.
Okay.
You know, because it was like 6 of them niggas next door. And it was just a weird vibe from day one. And then the vibe got weirder once the house got broken into. But nonetheless. So when you were growing up, like what did you aspire to do? Like what was your aspirations? Because I mean the things you do, it's not like you do one set thing. So what did you initially want to do? Everybody starts out with one thing or a couple things.
When I was actually growing up, like child growing up, I literally wanted to do it all, just like I do now. Like low key, I wanted to be a lawyer, a dancer, and I wanted to design fashion, clothes, and stuff like that. As I was in high school and stuff, I wanted to go into medicine. I did a lot of sports medicine and biochemistry. That's what I went to college for. When I went to college, I didn't graduate. And then I've always, but as a child, also on top of like always liking to learn like the sciencey stuff, I always did acting and plays and modeling like as a kid. So I really always wanted to do it all in like different forms, like no lie. And so it's not really a surprise to me when I look back. I'm like, oh, that I act and I still model and I do this and the third, because those are everything I wanted to do. And as a whole, that's what I want to do, continuing as I grow. Like I've got a couple books that I want to write. I want to write my own TV show and cast people in it and act in it and you know, all that good stuff. And tour the world with the music, just everything.
Yeah. That's hard. And in 2020, you can do that.
Oprah, Will Smith, like, they've been doing that. That's way before this time.
Yeah.
Oprah's not saying she's old, but, like, Oprah's, like, old, like, in comparison to us. You know what I'm saying? And she got a magazine. She models in the magazine in her ads. She does TV shows. She acts in them. She got movies. She got food. She got clothing. Like, she got everything.
Yep.
So it's all under her brand. She take her brand and then she expand it. Do she like to cook? She come out with a cookbook. She like to garden that year? Where's Oprah gardening tips? Like, that's what I want to do.
She's doing meditation and stillness and being whole as a person. Like she got the
she trying to make up for all the little like children placentas and like all the rape and things. Yeah. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Nah, like you ain't hearing about all that. Like how Oprah was involved with like sex trafficking or some shit, like Pizzagate, some shit. I don't know. It's just now coming out because I be telling people I look up to Oprah, and then they be like, for real? I'm like, yeah, bro. What's wrong with Oprah? It's right here.
These corn tortillas, right? Yes, sir. All right.
No,
Thank you,
bro.
bro.
Corn though. That's flour right there.
These flour? These flour?
That look. Wait, no. Those two corn. That one's flour. No, that corn. That corn.
All of them.
That one's flour. But
this
the
one's flour, bro.
Yeah, my fault. I'll get that.
All right.
You gotta say for every single taco. I don't know if you said it.
I didn't.
Okay. Because they normally all come on flour. I like corn though, so I always be getting
corn. I try to stay away from gluten. That's why I get the corn. You know what I'm saying? I like flour, but I try to stay away.
Okay, word. I feel you.
What you got?
I got a little rice bowl. Got a little tofu on it. I'm not big on tofu, but I didn't want to get no meat. It got the beans and the veggies and.
That shit look good. I should have got that.
Yeah.
God damn.
I ain't actually had one of these from here before.
For real?
For sure.
That shit look good, man.
For sure.
Damn. But so like, when did you start to like sow those seeds and plant those seeds of you like actually living in your purpose? Like, when did that start?
I feel like sometimes we living in our purpose and we don't even realize it until after years later, and we like, oh wow, we've been living in our purpose, you know, like in reflection. I guess every year I grow more into that person. Like I'm not even fully living in my purpose right now, not because I'm not doing my best every day or something, but just because like more gets revealed to me every day as I continue to grow. So you know, when I first became like aware of trying to just be my full self. I've been in jail before, I'm a felon, and my want to start doing those things was like after I got released. Probably in like in 2014, 2015, really like 2015 is when I started really changing. But you know, I started waking up in like 2014.
You was a thug?
I don't know if I was a thug, but I'm a felon.
You a felon?
I am a felon.
Like cold-hearted felon? Like cold-blooded, like on paper, like I'm a felon.
No, legitimately I'm a felon. Like I can't get no apartments to stay or nothing like that. Like I'm legitimately a felon in these streets.
Do you mind talking about what happened to make you become a felon?
I robbed somebody with a dangerous weapon. That's what my charge is, robbery with a dangerous weapon.
I cannot see you robbing nobody.
I know. That was like the trick of it all. That was like the great part.
So when you was robbing niggas, like, were you robbing dudes?
Yeah, I was robbing people and kicking in doors and things. I was
By
doing lots of
yourself?
things. No, I wasn't by myself. I was doing lots of things with my hood rat friends. I was having hood rat friends with my hood rat friends. And then it all kind of just caught up with us.
What? Okay. Because I got a lot of questions. What started you on this path to robbing?
Was it
rough circumstances or was
it was just a lot of different things in my life I feel like just brought me into making decisions like
Thank you, bro.
it wasn't nothing I had to do, but then at the same time it's never nothing nobody has to do. Like just on like a quick tip, it doesn't matter like how broke you are. Like at the end of the day, you're never gonna not be broke doing that. Like you'll always be broke for the rest of your life. Like that ass, you can rob people all day. You're broke the whole time you rob people. Like I don't care. It's impossible for you to really grow and build an empire acting like that. So
Off robbery.
yeah, off of any type of crime. Like no cap. Like not even trying to be funny. Like that shit whack. But I was just doing it in general for a lot of things. I was a single mom. My daughter was a year old. Like I got arrested 3 days after her first birthday. So I did have like certain pressures of those things, you know what I'm saying? But in general, like I just didn't have no self-respect or love like for myself, so I didn't give a fuck about nobody.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna do anything, like
Stick
it
'em
didn't
up.
matter. Stick 'em up. Get out your car.
What? So, with you robbing niggas, right? Were you actually the person with the gun?
In this instance,
Like
I
it's a
was.
chopper.
In the instance, that is what it was.
Wow. And doing these because growing up, my niggas hit licks. My niggas sold drugs. My niggas. I was more of a strong arm robbery kind of nigga. Like I'd take.
We
your
just
shit
did a
out
lot
there.
of different things.
But
That's all
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
have the
say.
heart to pull out a gun on somebody because I felt like if I pulled it out, I had to use it. Like growing up, my dad
Nah,
always
it's enough
told me.
to just pull it out sometimes.
Sometimes. But I always felt like if I pulled it out, I had to use it. That was just my mentality. You know what I mean? So I was always scared to pull a gun on a nigga.
I didn't have a mentality. That was the point of it all.
Yeah. So the situation that happened, you know, you get
Thank you.
Thank you. You get the robbery charge, right? Talk about when you caught that case. Like, were you scared of the ramifications, or back then did you not realize the ramifications of your actions? Because you know sometimes
It was just a big. I'll just say this on the whole situation. Like, I was not scared initially. I didn't understand what was going on. Because I didn't care, like I said, like legitimately. All of it came from just me not caring about anything, like in the world, like at all. So I didn't care until months went in there and I kind of realized I was going to have to stay longer than I thought. And I was away from my daughter, but before that, like none of that mattered.
wow,
For sure.
that's crazy. I just can't see you in jail. And I know a lot of people told you that when you were in jail. Like, what are you doing in here? Did people say that to you?
I mean, I didn't look like this when I was in jail, so this is what somebody who cares about themselves look like. So
We're seeing the after effects. We're seeing the.
it's been 7 years, so
True indeed. True indeed. So, how much time did you end up having to do?
7 months.
7 months. You had to do that in the county jail, or did you have to do that in the penitentiary?
Uptown.
Uptown, okay.
Yep.
Now, when you're in jail, this was a scare straight moment for you? Would you say?
Like I'll never go back again, but nah, like I mean I just went through lots of different experiences. Like if we was to do this interview just from the jail in itself, we could talk for 5 hours. Like it was an experience, like for sure.
So you come home. What's the plan?
I ain't have a plan, for real. I worked at McDonald's for a little bit. Took me a while. I worked at Taco Mac for a little bit. When I was working at Taco Mac, one of the servers was telling me like, yeah, you should get into like blogging and stuff like that, because I was like getting into that, and that's really how I got started. I started building my website. I reached out to some radio personalities and tried to figure out like how I could get on the radio like as like an assistant type vibe for like a personality, not like on the radio, but like, you know, just doing like shit, get your coffee, anything, just like pull up. Because at the time I was just writing my blog and like interviewing people. And D. Renee all day from Streets 1033, she hit me back. She was like, yeah, come up on the show, blah, blah, blah. I went up there, everything went good. I started doing the morning show with Breakfast Club, syndicating on the Breakfast Club in the morning, bringing commercials in, cutting commercials, cutting up like what you heard on the Breakfast Club, snippets and stuff like that. And it just continued to grow from there. Like my career just continued to grow. People hit me up like, yo, I don't know if you know who Cap G is, but like when he came in town for the Chris Brown interview, that was like one of my first interviews.
Yeah.
Someone was like, yo, you know anybody who want to interview Cap G? I was like, yo, I'll interview Cap G. And everything just kind of started feeling like that. Like I got booked in South by Southwest and went out there and was doing interviews, and people I did like a college, like a career day for their media at UNCC for my blog, and like had some like intern writers. Right now I'm looking for writers from a website because I got too much on my plate, so it's not SoQueenLo.com no more. It's the Mixed Up Pod, like a whole new platform. I'm looking for like bloggers and etc. to contribute to that so the website don't like really die out. But so I got that, and I was just doing that, and it just kept going for like just continuing just to take it day by day. Like I didn't really have no plan because for me, I had a plan. I have plans that I like execute, but like as far as like when people be like, where you want to be 5 years? Like if you asked me 5 years ago, like I'll be 22, I'll be in jail. I would never have said like I'm gonna be doing this, that, and the third. I'm gonna have traveled. I'm gonna have went out the country. I'm gonna have done this, that, and the third. I would have never even assumed that. Like even 2 years ago, if you asked me, like I wouldn't even assume I'll be here. Like so, I just be taking things day by day, thinking about what I want to do, what I want to achieve on a long grand scheme, and then like little things that I can knock out. Like today when I'm 27, and then like what can I knock out? Like in 2 years from now, what's on the next list? Like I just take it how God come and open up the doors, and then I just keep walking. You know.
Fact. No cap. You come a long way. Sounds like, from 2014 and now, like, you said something, you said this is what somebody looks like that loves themselves. Like, so you love yourself today.
No, for sure.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of times when you talk to people, they don't even realize that they don't love themselves a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't realize that. Like so.
And it's a journey too, though. Like I can love myself more than I love myself today. It's still certain things like if I really wanted to like sit down, not to get like too deep on the interview, but it's still things in my life where I want to really sit down and be hard on myself on. I'll accept those hard words I have for myself and like believe them. Yeah. But the goal is to ultimately know that those aren't the right words that you need to be listening to. Like, but it's real easy to like say you love yourself. It ain't like perfect. Like it don't mean every day I wake up and I'm just like happy and like I know that God got me. Like I was just telling my client at my business the other day, like it's so funny how we can be like, oh, don't worry, I know you got cancer, but God got you and he's gonna see you through, and you believe it in your heart. But then when you get cancer and you need to remember God got you and he gonna see it through, you really be like, but do you got me though? I know you got them, but do you got me? Like you can believe in God or love yourself so much, all those things so much, but you're always sometimes might have a little second thought or like a,
and it's real. It's real life. Like, my sister was saying that, my big sister, she was like, I tell everybody all these positive things, but I don't tell myself these positive things.
Right.
I don't tell myself these positive things that I'll tell you or that I'll tell one of my siblings, you know what I mean? Like, I don't live the positive things that I talk about. And it's so easy for us to get caught up in, because it's like, in theory, the things we tell people a lot of times, it's usually true. Like, God got you for sure. But it's like, you gotta kind of have that extra faith to tell that shit to yourself and to believe it yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And like they say, coaches don't play. Coaches don't play. Like, motherfuckers be giving the best relationship advice would be single. Like, you ever notice, like, couples therapists be single?
Nah, for sure.
Like, they got the best advice, but they can't keep a woman.
Right.
So it'd be like that. But you know what? I think the best thing that you can do as a human being is accept your flaws and accept yourself for who you are. And that's when you can start loving yourself.
Yeah, but also it do start like, I feel like just accepting like your faults even, like I can think about all the wrong things I've done in my life and like really hate myself, like for what? You know what I'm saying? Like what is that gonna do? Like for me? Nothing. Like that's really gonna do nothing for me. It's not gonna do nothing for my family, nothing for my daughter. Like I can either sulk and be sad about my past, or I can be like, okay, like, even if I did something wrong yesterday, like, I can make that decision that today I'm gonna do better than that. Like, that's really like what is most important about life. You can't hate yourself for the things that you did. We've all done things, even in this restaurant. Like, the 25 people we can see within our site right now, like, have all done things that they feel like are unforgivable, but they would even forgive in somebody else. Like, the same things you might forgive somebody else for doing to you, you might not forgive yourself that you did that to somebody else. Like, and it's like, you know, wake up, man. We all make mistakes, you know?
She's spitting on the low. She's spitting, bro. I don't think you niggas pick up what she put down, what you need to. But nah, real shit though. Like in life, it's so hard though to accept yourself though. Like, I remember, cause I'm a strong believer in therapy. My therapist years ago told me, it was like, you're not going to have a meaningful relationship with nobody until you have one with yourself.
Exactly.
That's the most important relationship you're going to have. The relationship that you have with yourself. So until you have a meaningful relationship with yourself, all that other shit is out the window.
100%. It's important. It's important. Even to have a successful relationship with your kids. Like, I be telling parents, like, bruh, obviously, like, you're going to put your kid first. But like, if you don't put yourself first in certain instances, you're not ever gonna be able to be a good parent, right? Because you're gonna be drained and not able to interact with them because you did this and that third. It's just like lots of different things. If you're not putting yourself first, you're not gonna be your best self, which means you can't be the best parent to your kids. So you gotta put you first too, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to be selfish.
Yeah. It is. It is. You definitely have to be selfish. You definitely have to. And selfish don't mean, you know, if you got to choose between the last piece of chicken, you and your kid eating it. No, that you're not supposed to do that. But like, instead of taking that little nigga to get ice cream every Saturday, give yourself a spa day one Saturday a month.
Right. It don't make you a bad mom because you gave yourself a spa day. Because at the end of the day, it might come a time that one of them weekends you taking them to get ice cream the whole time, even though they like, oh my God, I'm getting ice cream. One of those times you like, man, you see another girl's nail, man, I wish I had my nail, I wish I did that. At the end of the day, that's not like resenting your kid, but you putting like things in your heart to be like, damn, if only. You don't have to give yourself those like if only feelings, like, and your kid won't hate you. Like, one of the best things I learned as a parent is like, I can do the worst things in the world, like, and my daughter still loves me.
Yeah.
Like, I could think I'm being the worst mom, and she's still like, you're the best mommy.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And that's partly due to the niggas having short attention spans.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, when kids are kids, they don't know anything better. They don't realize the stresses of all these other things. Like, they really look at you as just like a perfect person. You know, so like, take advantage of that.
Yeah, and they don't know if you broke or fucked up.
Right.
And you shouldn't tell your kids either that you fucked up.
For sure.
You know, somebody was saying in an interview, they were like, yeah, you know, when you have kids, like, they're not supposed to know that you fucked up.
But I will tell my daughter, like,
I ain't got it.
I will tell my daughter, like, you need, like, she's starting a lip balm business. And it's because, like, I'm like, look, it's not like I'm broken. I can't buy you these toys every weekend. I'm just not gonna buy you these toys every weekend. You wanna do certain things, like, she wanna go to Chicago for her fucking birthday, like, we not going to talk. Yeah, she specifically, like I said, what do you want to do this year for your birthday? She was like, I want to get on an airplane. I was like, well, where will we go? She was like, Chicago. I was like, well, why? And she was like, because the first ever American Girl doll store is there. I'm like, first of all, the research was just so amazing behind the trip. But, you know, like, I do think it's okay to be like, hey, yo, we ain't got it like that to get everything in the world, but we can get everything in the world, and you can get a lot too. Like, so what you gonna hustle and do?
Yeah.
Cause she wanna start her own business, and we already got the logos and labels and all that.
That's dope.
Sure.
And it's gonna be valuable for her in the future.
Yeah. You gotta teach them to hustle early.
Yeah. But if you give them everything, they'll be spoiled. And ain't nothing worse than a spoiled ass grown motherfucker.
Nah, for sure. But she's still spoiled though.
Yeah.
That shit is shame.
But it's good that it's good though that you're able to explore because I know you're proud of the fact that you're able to do that for her. Legally.
I'll tell you what I'm proud of too. Is like today we went to go eat lunch, and I was getting some juice like from down the street. My friend was with her, like standing there talking to the manager. I'm like, what are they talking about? And he was like, I don't know if it's okay with you, but I wanted to give her a cookie. This is one of the best behaved children I've ever seen the entire time that I've managed this restaurant.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, give her a cookie. Like, but it was like the proudest moment of my life because she really is like a sweet girl. And she's real, like, not even, I didn't even think she was doing nothing extra. Like, we was just enjoying lunch together, you know? Yeah. We could have came to this interview, she could have been here and been chilling.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's dope. Shows your parenting skills, how good your parenting skills are.
I try my best.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I ain't the perfect parent.
Ain't nobody fucking perfect.
Yeah, nah.
You could have ratchet fucking kids.
Nah, but I don't even understand, like, how people's kids even get to that level, because I just wouldn't allow it. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, like, I wish my daughter would get up from the table and act crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't know what even be going through her head.
Yeah.
So, I guess and she know that too. So, because I don't know what would go through my head if she decided to do something crazy. I would be like, where do you think we are? Like, what the hell is at a restaurant?
Yeah.
So I guess she just know that, I don't know. Because I'm a fun mom and we can do whatever, but you always got to be respectful. I feel like that's just my main thing, right?
That's major.
Yeah, sometimes it's like we more friends than parents, but not in an unhealthy way. Like, it ain't never a time where she really, like, forget that I'm her mom.
Yeah.
Because if she do, I'll remind her
like,
quickly.
Oh, fuck you, Mom.
Yeah. And if she do get a little, you know, she knows.
You're a black mom at the end of the day, so you ain't going for that bullshit.
Yeah, no, she definitely knows.
Yeah. You ain't going for that bullshit. So, talk about the businesses that you have, because you have a few businesses.
So, I have a business that I no longer do anymore. It's a branding business. It's just so much. I still incorporate the tactics for my own businesses, but it's a lot. I had a brand consultation business for 2 years though, and I worked with different companies from clothing lines to different like apparel companies. I worked with Family Matters on a couple events. And,
Family Matters?
With their Sunday in Charlotte event, like staffing their event. I've staffed events and done stuff like that. So I also have another business. That's the business that I'm most proud of right now and that I focus my most attention into right now. Aside from music, and that's my Glow by Low business. And you can follow me at GLOBYLOCLT. I do body waxing and I do facials and back facials and vajacials and anything that got to do with your skincare and your skin treatments for men and for women. It's at a barbershop / just a shop, period. We got nail techs, hairstylists at Exclusive Studios. Shout out to everybody over there. All the barbers, we fly over there. Everybody amazing at their job. Yeah. And I love it. I love skincare. So I do that. And then I'm also like an affiliate ambassador for different companies. A company, Monet, and a company, Amway. And so I'm an ambassador for Perfect Waters, and I sell Perfect Waters. I also sell skincare and hair care products as well. And I love doing what I do. I like to have the freedom, like for my child and for myself, like for my music. So I got my skincare business. I also sell products and like boom, boom, boom. I can be doing that like right now, you know, like getting money from that. And then I Postmate too sometimes. I ain't gonna count. You might see me pull up on the Postmate tip just to get that extra money. I really just like making money all day long. Like if somebody hit me up and it makes sense and it makes sense with my time, like if it's adding up, I gotta really be making like, if I'm not doing my skincare business and I'm doing other things outside of that, or not my music, I'll be needing to make like $25, $30 an hour. And then everything else is like 100 plus. And I'll be liking to keep it just like that, you know, keep it free.
Yeah.
I don't really do music videos no more, like in people's music videos. I'm kind of staying away from like modeling and in people's stuff in that sense, just for the sake of me being an artist now. So it kind of muddied the waters, but still do like modeling for clothing lines and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah,
like a
but just
hair
not like-
company or something, but not like if you got a music video, I ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm the girl in the music video, like, cause I'm not no more.
You ain't crossing them lines. Man.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel like that's a distinction you gotta make. Like you gotta kind of draw that line.
Right. I'm not a video vixen. I'm an artist now.
Yeah, niggas, cause you know niggas, no, not the girls that be in videos, but
No,
niggas
yeah.
ain't gonna take you serious
No, yeah,
as an artist.
Exactly.
If you were just popping ass and
I don't want
video.
people. Yeah. I ain't never been that. I ain't never been that girl in the music videos. No, I'm just saying. But like, I need you to think of me like as a feature or something instead of like just somebody in the video.
A prop.
Right.
Facts. That's dope though. Glow by Low. What was the inspiration? Because I mean, you know, skincare is very important. You know, the skin is like, what do they say? That's the pathway to the body. You know what I mean?
It's the largest organ on your body, so.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of it.
That shit is important, but like, what made you want to like go full time hard with that? Like, was it the money like that you could see like, okay, if I can get X amount of clients a day and charge this amount for each service, and I get 10 of these a day, I can make this amount of money.
Right. So.
Was it one of those, or was it just you really had a passion for it?
When I first went to be an esthetician,
Yeah.
and I went to Aveda, it was because I had a passion for skincare specifically. I wanted to make my own skincare line, and that was really the only reason. Because when I was doing blogs before it started taking off with the interviews major, and I like decided to make one strong switch over, I was doing beauty, like writing about skincare, and like events and music artists and stuff on the same blog. Later down the line, I started being a beauty contributor to other websites and just keeping my blog about music.
Yeah.
But that's why I went to school for the skincare. But then after I got out of school, or when I was in school, I started liking doing the facials and stuff.
Yeah.
And I realized men didn't have like a really good like awareness of their skincare. So in the moment of being in school, I wanted to work at a barbershop. And just like to, you know, you get a haircut, you get a facial, I didn't end up doing that until like a year and a half after I got out of school.
Yeah.
But now that's where my mindset is at. If you want to make money in your business, you start it with passion, but then you break it down and you say, these are the services I offer. If I get these amount of services a day, then I can make this amount of money a day. Like I charge $50 per Brazilian. I have my books open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 to 7. So that's 10 hours. And I can do a Brazilian in 25 minutes. So that could be technically 20 Brazilians a day. So technically, this ain't how much I'm making, but that's 2,000 a day. That's 100. No, that's 1,000. That's 1,000 a day, potentially. And that's where your mind has to be to make. You know, I normally Brazilians like my number one thing. Like I normally do like hour to an hour and a half services.
Yeah.
But that's how you have to think.
You lit. And that's dope. I never heard of an esthetician wanting to be inside of a barbershop, but when you think about it, it actually makes sense. Because I used to go to this barber, I don't go to him anymore. Not due to anything personal, but I moved to Atlanta and came back in South Carolina. So we kind of like lost touch. You know how hard it is to get back in somebody's books, like to get back in their rotation. So, but he used to offer like services like, after he cut your hair, he'll motherfucking put the hot steam on your
like
face.
the barbers
take
at the
this shit
shop,
out.
they do that too.
Yeah.
They do that too.
That shit important.
But my services are a little bit more deep.
Of course.
Like,
of course.
Than what they offer. They also kind of, and this ain't throwing shade at any other barbers I got in my shop, because the barbers at my shop offer these facial services too.
Yeah.
But it ain't touching on what I can offer, because they're not looking at your skin type. They only got one mask back there. You know, they just kind of, you know, I'm gonna experience in that form, but yeah, I don't work outside in the barbershop. I got my own private room. Yeah. And I love it. Like, it's a dope ass shop, exclusive studios.
Yeah. That's hard. That's really dope that you were able to find your niche. Cause I'd imagine, what's your percentage like of clients, like girls and guys?
Well, at first it was really only guys. I really only did guys. But now I started once I opened up that back room, I I started doing girls, like marketing to girls. I'll probably say like 60-40, 60 girls, 40 men, 50-50 kind of. It's a good amount.
That's good though.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it's easy to get the girls. It's easy to get the girls if you got the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got the guys, I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of hard to get the niggas.
Yeah.
Get a good nigga base.
Yeah, nah, but it started off like with me catering to men, so.
Yeah, that's hard.
For sure.
How is it dating? What's Queen Lowe's dating situation like? Cause you an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? You got all these different things going on. You busy. You making a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of niggas ain't making a lot of money. A lot of niggas that can make niggas insecure. So talk about your dating situation. What's your dating situation like?
Well, my dating situation is pretty dry. I don't date nobody. I'm not dating anyone.
Why?
Because I don't want to. I'm really focused right now.
You got your heart broken?
Huh?
Which one of you niggas? You got your heart broken?
Nah, like, I'm just like fully want to focus, like, and I've been focusing like for a while. Like, I went through 2 years of being celibate, maybe like 4 years ago, and that was really like enough to make me really realize that like I didn't really. The only thing I would need a relationship for would be sex. I don't really care about sex like that. So I just want to stay focused, like all the time. Mentally in my head, I'll be thinking like, okay, let's say I stay laid up with a nigga for 2 hours talking, like I could have been making flyers for my business for 2 hours. I could have been spending 2 hours talking to my daughter. I could have spent 2 hours like. That's probably toxic thinking. If I want a relationship with, you know.
That's crazy,
I just want to stay focused.
God damn. You thinking like 2 hours later with a nigga? But I get it.
No,
though.
like, I'm not saying like.
I get it though.
I'm
I get
not, you know, like. Let's say I'm dating somebody, and once a week we want to take our dating like serious. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to date somebody, I care about them. Like I want to give them my time and my energy like appropriately. Like I don't want to like half-ass anything. That's not how I do stuff. I fully go all the way in. So like if I'm fully going all the way in a relationship, that's taken away from my career. I haven't popped off how I want to pop off yet in a lot of different ways. I don't give my daughter the time that I want to always give her. Like, so if I got all that extra time to give to a nigga, like, then I got more time to put in my shit, in myself. Like, and I'm still trying to find more time to put into the things I do. So I ain't got time for dating right now.
I feel you. I feel you, man. At least you're real with yourself.
And I got plenty of male friends, like, not like that.
Male companionship.
Huh?
They give you the male companionship.
Like on a friendship, like shit. Not like cuddling and stuff, but just like on a like having like I got my best friend Mello, like we be chilling. He would give me like advice, you know, like I got
sometimes you need, like,
male influences in my life. I definitely have male influences that I chill with and do male things. I don't know, like I got my niggas I can call, I guess you could say, and I got my girls, yeah. But just like dating, you know, yeah.
Sometimes you need that, like you know. I be on the grind focus too. And like I won't be dating, but I have like my female friends that I kick it with. Sometimes you need that companionship. The smell a girl. You know what I'm saying? To touch a hand.
Nah, for sure.
Smell her. You know, not saying we cuddling,
I ain't like really smelling on these niggas, but
just you smell them.
But one of my homeboys, he a cologne like affection.
You smell them?
Nah, we be going in on the colognes and stuff.
You smell them?
Smelling good.
Yeah, you smell a nigga. Sometimes you want to smell.
Like not on no funny shit. Like if they started talking to a girl and some of my time was getting taken away from them, I would feel some type of way. But not because they talking to a girl. But I would be like, no, nigga, you my best friend. Yeah. You better start. But nah. I love my friends that I have, and I have a healthy, just a healthy single life right now.
That's
not
good.
talking to nobody, just focused.
That's good. That's good. And I know niggas be sliding in your DMs
all the time.
And you probably be like, nigga, you can't afford me.
It's really not even about stuff like that to me.
You be saying that to niggas like, you can't afford
really,
me.
what I be thinking is like, y'all niggas don't want these problems. Like right
what
now,
problems?
The problems of I will not give a fuck about this relationship. Like you gonna be texting me every day. Good morning, beautiful, and I'm gonna leave you on red because I got my red receipts on, and you gonna see that I read it at 6 in the morning because I wake up that early, and I'm not gonna text you back until maybe later in the day if I feel like it. Because that's not what I'm concerned about right now. And you're going to be upset. So why do you even want to go this far? Niggas be thinking they're going to make me feel different. No, you're not. I don't even want you to make me feel different because I'm focused. Like,
yeah.
So,
No, why is it that niggas be feeling like they can make a girl feel different? Why is
oh,
that?
well, you just let me talk to you when it, no, I promise. Now you're gonna think I'm mean or a bitch, and I'm not. Like, I just have no interest in this. So.
You let me take you out, I'll make you feel better.
Right.
Yeah, nigga, that shit is funny.
And I already feel great.
Yeah, that's good.
Like,
that's really good.
So, but you know, that's not to say I don't ever want no relationship like in the future or nothing like that. You know.
Could you see yourself being settled down, married?
For sure. I see myself being settled down, married, working from home, having all my businesses, you know, like take care of themselves, do my little meetings and stuff, cook. I love to cook. I like gardening. I love the garden. I got a garden at my house. I definitely, like, I'm not saying I love cleaning, but like I clean, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a cleaner, so I'm not opposed to having a relationship. I want to have more children. I love kids. But just right now, it's like, time to lock in.
Yeah, time to lock in and
yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I'm trying to change a lot of things in my life. Like,
yeah, that's hard.
I want to be the best woman that I can be in a relationship. Like, I'm trying to better my credit score. Fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get all that.
She a real one.
All that good stuff. Like, can I be best for you out there, whoever is my man in the future? Can I be my best self? Like, damn, give me my space and let me grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided to let my garden die out because it was getting cold and like I knew like it didn't matter what I did, they was gonna die. I just went out there, it's been a week and my pepper is still growing. Give me my space, I'm gonna grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta overwater me, none of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Let her cook.
Yeah.
Let her cook, beloved.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the same thing I'm on too, man. You know, just becoming a better me. You know what I mean? I'm not getting a girlfriend no time soon. You know, I write in my journal every night.
Yeah.
You know, I exercise every day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm celibate for like 7 days at a time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what celibacy is. There's a difference between abstinence and celibacy.
No, celibate. I'm celibate every 7 days.
Celibacy is for the Lord.
I'm celibate.
Every 7 days. Like,
I'm abstinent for every 7 days. How's she
on the
start?
7th day?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like all the days of the week.
Every
of the days.
Like 7 days at a time.
Saying like, yeah. Okay.
I'm being funny, like.
No, I got it. No, I got it. At first I thought you were saying like something completely different. I'm the slow one. They got it the first time. They've been laughing. What they laughing at right now is me being so confused that I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I don't know. They might not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on myself. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm trying to be the best me that I can be. So whoever my wife is, we probably won't get married till we like got gray hairs. But
hopefully she cool with that. Whoever your wife is, she will be cool with that. That's my thing.
Like I ain't getting married till I'm like 50. I got a lot of work to do.
Right. I told one of my friends, I was like, bro, if you like, not trying to be funny or too explicit, but if you like getting the thing sucked,
yeah,
and she don't like doing that, like the girl you dating, then why are y'all dating? Not even trying to be funny, and that goes the same way like for a woman, like to make it less, like if you like a man who wanna be like XYZ on certain particulars, at least find those things. Like, it's not hard. Like, be with somebody who can at least fill those certain basic needs. Like, because if they can't, like, y'all not gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Because my one homie, they was like, yeah, bro, like, I'm not exaggerating, bro. She only, like, sucked me off, like, 2 times in this year. And I was like, in the year, bro? The year?
Twice a year?
Twice? I was like...
That sucks, bro.
Yeah.
If you care about that type of shit.
Nah, it does. I would care.
You would care?
I would care.
I'm not really a big
care.
head nigga. Not to be too explicit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really a big head nigga, so it's cool.
I care.
You care?
I'm not saying you gotta do it all the time, but twice a year, at this point, I don't feel like we're intimate. Like, we gotta really get, like, to the nitty-gritty.
You said at this point, you feel like it's a job, right? Like.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, actually, just don't do it at all, because I don't even feel like you enjoy, like, you want to feel like everybody having fun, so.
Yeah.
Find you that person who's gonna fit all your needs, including not want to get married until your hair is gray.
Yeah,
you gonna find that woman who like that.
50.
You might be like, damn, I'm ready to get married, and she's like, bro, we said gray, and you just salt and pepper right now.
Yeah, I gotta be great, man.
Yeah.
Or I might, I do want to wait till I'm like 40 something, 50.
Don't put a time on it.
Because I got a lot of
Be
shit I gotta
natural
do.
with it.
Yeah.
Keep it natural. I try to just go with the flow.
Yeah. Every time I go with the flow, though.
I was just telling my girl, I was like, bro, we be like, we don't need love. We're just gonna go with the flow. And then all of a sudden be like, oh, well, this is the flow. We're over here. It's like, no, bitch, that's not the flow.
Yeah.
Get back in your lane. You was not supposed to go over there. That's not the flow. You think it's the flow. You made it the flow, but that wasn't the natural flow thing.
Yeah.
No.
When I go in the flow, I always end up breaking my own heart.
You get caught up in the wave.
I break my own heart. That's be the thing. I always break my own heart.
That was my last situation that I was in, my last little situationship.
You broke your own heart?
Definitely. I was able to admit it though.
You liked the nigga, he liked you. He did nothing wrong. I'm sure he wasn't perfect, but...
Nah, he wasn't perfect. He did nothing wrong. He was only dating. Great guy. Still great guy. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I guess maybe I pushed too hard in the relationship or something. Like, bro was trying to keep it a little bit more, like, nonchalant. But it's crazy because now when I look at things, because I started talking to someone a little bit after, I was like, damn. I'm acting like, bro, real nonchalant. I'm trying to keep everything nonchalant and chill, and bro over here trying to like, oh, I like it when like, nah, nigga, back up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how our relationship was, like real nonchalant. But after a year or so, you want the nonchalantness to kind of like grow.
Yeah.
But I knew it from the beginning.
Yeah.
They cool people. They cool.
Listen. One day we gonna get this dating thing under control, but first we gotta get our lives together.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And I feel like all you should do that. Everybody should do that shit, bro. You should do that because I see a lot of you niggas getting married at 27, and it's beautiful.
But maybe it's a day in love. My people just got married.
No, that is. But a lot of y'all not gonna last.
Some of you, first of all, hell no, y'all gonna last.
No, listen. The reason I say that, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Not that I wish that on you.
It can even happen too early.
That's what I'm saying.
But you can work through those things. Like sometimes that would be like being like, look, you shouldn't have had a kid that early. Now you're gonna be fucked.
It's different.
Nah, it's not different. It's not different.
No, it is.
It's not
different. Look, you can't walk away from your child. You can walk away from it.
You can, but if what you're supposed to do, you're not even supposed to feel like that's an option. Once you get married, in all technicality, walking away isn't an option. People make it an option, but it's not an option. So once you're married, you have a dedication to realizing it don't matter what that person do to an extent unless they outright disrespecting you, but they can do so many different things that fail as a person. And once you get married, you're making a dedication to accept those things. Like my grandparents have been married for over 50 years and it didn't come by them easily going through the ups and downs in life and walking away because divorce was never an option for them on the table. It wasn't an option. It was called growth and understanding and making a way to bend the weave. That's the only way you'll survive. It don't matter if you get married at 22 or if you get married at 58. It don't matter what time you get married. If you're not willing to bend and weave in the relationship and like take all the weight on your shoulders and realize that some people's gonna drop the ball almost that some people will be unforgivable, but you gotta be the forgiving one. That's how relationships go. That's what marriage is.
I believe that. And the reason I say that, all that, I agree with. No, the reason I say a lot of people not gonna last is because a lot of people don't do the basic work before they get in a relationship. The basic shit before they get married.
For sure.
Basic stuff. Like being able to like, can you, if you weren't married to this person, be alone for a year? If the answer is no, then you should not be getting married.
No, for sure. Like if you're a serial dater or something like that, you just keep married, like even dating. Now this next person you get married to, it's like, damn, bro, do you even know what you want out of a relationship and that's close to yourself? Like, dang.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. Don't jump into nothing you can't handle.
Yeah.
But then handle it. You made the commitment.
Or you just be like me and go.
Oh, you're divorced one time or something?
No, I never been married.
Oh, okay.
But see, me and all my exes are cool.
Okay.
I always end things properly. Like, you know what? It's not you, it's me.
Yeah. But it's really you. But I'm
It's
just
really
saying.
me. No, I'm just doing really me.
Nah, for sure.
It's really me.
Nah, for sure. In my relationships, when I be ending things, it really be me too. Like, you want to, at least you end it though, because like, if not, you gonna like cheat and hurt people more. It's just real important to break up if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's safe to say, all you niggas that want to talk to Queen Lo, don't do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. If you ask me what the dealio is, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna send you the timestamp in the interview you watch where we start talking about relationships and shit. So, definitely, you know. But Queen Lo, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me. It's so amazing. Thank you so much.
And we ate, and you put me on a new restaurant.
Yeah.
Rules. You ever in Charlotte? Come to Rules.
Can I have a box?
Mexican food, Rules, tacos and tequila. They have really good food.
$1 off on their tacos on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
$1 off on the tacos on Tuesday. You should be
And their tres leches cake is really yummy.
Tres leches? Okay. How was the bowl?
It was great. I just didn't eat that much because like I really mashed out on those chips. Like, initially I ate like a bowl of chips.
Yeah. Waiting on me.
And it was okay. Like obviously I came in because I was gonna sit in my car, but I was like, it's starting to look a little thick in there. Like let me just see what's going on. Vibe out. And I play Pokemon, so I just sitting here playing Pokemon. If y'all want to follow me on Pokemon, hit me up. Cause thank you.
Tell them niggas all your handles.
Right. Go ahead and follow me right now on Instagram, so.queenlo. Follow me and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff on YouTube. Just type in So Queen Lo. I just dropped the latest video for Dash. It's DA $H. I got another music video out called Disfruto. I sing in Spanish as well. You can check that out on YouTube as well as all these different vlogs and stuff. Follow me on Twitter, So Queen Lo. Everything is So Queen Lo. And Facebook, I got a Facebook page. Go by Lo, CLT, no W's. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, follow my daughter, Briley, BRYLIE.Zaya. And she got lip balms, Zaya Star lip balms and all that stuff dropping for y'all too. And y'all can ask me about anything, you know, I'll be open. Y'all want some skincare products, I got y'all. Y'all need some waters, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Check out my music, Apple Music, everything, Queen Lo, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer.
Fuck with her, man.
Yeah.
She's real dope. Real dope people, man.
Got a project coming out soon.
What's the project called?
I don't know the name of the project, but it's gonna drop in November. All the songs is done. I just don't know what I want to name it. And we got a music video coming out with an artist that's pretty popping right now. A lot of y'all probably know who this artist is. And it's gonna be lit.
Yeah, definitely gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Fuck with her, man. Shop with her. You know, if you ever in Charlotte, get a facial, a vajacial. A lot of you niggas need vajacials. A lot of you niggas need vajacials, so come get a vajacial from Queen Lo.
For real though.
A lot of you niggas need vajacials, man. Listen, more vajacials for you niggas. At least you niggas can be smooth and motherfucking.
And right.
And right. Go get you a vajacial, man. Use promo code Muddy Waters. You want a vajacial. Word. Hey, listen, we gotta get some coupons for vajacial so I can give to some niggas.
Nah, for sure.
I know some niggas that need some.
They don't need vajacials.
No, them niggas need vajacials, bro. I'm telling you. No cap. Niggas need vajacials. A lot of you niggas need vajacials, man. And listen, long as gonna give you your first vajacial, you're gonna be addicted. You're gonna be like, bro, you know what? This shit is lit. Shit changed my life. But yeah, man. Thanks again, bro.
Yes,
I appreciate you for coming on.
Oh.
That's how I should have gone.
Yeah, that was the perfect ending.
Muddy Waters, we out.